Right, we're back for part 2 down here with Rich Wilby at Airfield Lakes. So, what would you say what mistakes have you made over the years?
Well, several. Some bad luck with maybe environmental conditions, and some, you know, probably. I think when I opened, I was too kind of shy to really talk to the anglers properly and make sure they were fishing how they should be fishing, not just here but everywhere. And I soon probably become a little bit harder. And you have to be. It was a day ticket lake, and you cannot. If you have to take control of it. It's your lake, your fish, and I learned to be a little bit fair and firm. And make sure people were fishing by the rules, and make sure the fish was looked after. And it meant I was here a lot, to be honest, because I just wanted them looked after. And but yeah, I suppose you know, becoming a little bit harder, monitoring the water now constantly. I used to allow every bait to go in this lake. I never allowed nuts, and I was telling you earlier, like. People will come in here, you know, it's 4 acres, people will come in here like it was sort of Brasenose 1, you know, 30 odd acres, so we're coming with the same amount of bait, you know, spodding bins of it in, and of course it's a small lake, it couldn't handle all that bait. So just, you know, telling people, you know, we now change into this, and it wasn't always easy, but you've got to put your fish first, and your water quality, and then once people see the benefits of that, they're happy anyway. But you know, I know that other fisheries I speak to, they're a little bit reluctant. They're putting the anglers first, but they want their fish to hit this potential. You can't have it all. I don't think. Every lake's different.
I think, you know, number one has to be the environment and welfare of the fish at the end of the day. It does.
And some lakes are definitely easier to manage than others. And so I've got 4 lakes, and they're all so different, and they actually have different rules, because, you know, I'm not being awkward. You're just trying to suit that lake for that style of angling, and again, that is you putting the fish first. So I've learned to be that way, and you do get knocked for it, but you get a lot of people then shake your hand and say well done, and I do get asked a lot by, you know, for advice and stuff, so I sort of take that as a compliment. And I know there's a lot of lakes that are sort of being created a bit like this, and that's brilliant. You know, that's the biggest sort of praise, really. So
fantastic. So what would you say is sort of the pointers you can give to people when they come into, you know, an open access lake like this?
I definitely come prepared. I always say that sounds patronising, but I've had people come here with, you know, they've got all of the best tackle, like, and they haven't got the right bait, or they haven't got enough leads, or I don't know. Come prepared. I know we all take too much, but I think when you come to these sort of waters, you never quite know what mood the fish will be in. You definitely want to bring 2 or 3 options of bait, even if you think you've got the best bait in the world. Some days they want something different. So different options, really, and keep your options open until you start fishing. I always learned that from day tickets. You know, I fished day tickets, and although this isn't a day ticket, it's still similar. You've got to keep your options open, and try and let the weather and the fish tell you what to do,
rather than be sort of, I'm going to approach it this way. Even
people that come back, I get the same groups come back every year, a lot of them, and of course even the same week, but that week last year is different to this week, and so they might have done well, and of course that will probably still work, but maybe the fish want something different. So, you know, you need to come prepared, and maybe start slowly and get a feel for what's going to happen. But I mean, it's not easy. I don't know it all, but yeah, definitely don't have a set plan. It's an
feel your way in, especially. I mean, most people are doing sort of a week session on here.
Long time.
Feel your way in. Generally.
And you've got 3 rods to use, and you've got, you know, feel your way in. Look at what that weather is doing as the week goes on. You know, try and pick a swim which is going to look good maybe the latter half of the week rather than when you get here. And if you can build it up, And I notice on here the anglers arrive Monday, and it's usually the Thursday, Friday, Saturday that it goes off.
Yeah.
The right anglers have built it up. The fish have been getting away with it, and of course they've then got that sort of greediness. They're moving a bit quicker. Start hooking them. So, patience as well. Build it up.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, being patient and not chopping and changing too much as well.
Yeah. I mean, you know, on this sort of lake, the bottom's clean. You know, a simple rig is best. It's just the bait application, and sometimes they want it little and often on here. Sometimes I've seen people put a bed out and it's worked. So there isn't a right or wrong, but I think the conditions can tell you whether they want a lot or they want it trickled in. At the moment, I mean, it's been a cold week this week, and it sort of started fishing quite well. The cold weather's put them off, so now it's a case of just sort of trickling it in and trying to get them back on it. It changes.
And just to finish off then, what does the future hold?
I've got to the stage now where I'm taking a year at a time, so I don't really have big plans for 5 years. Say, I try and just keep it as best I can, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm really happy with it at the moment. The way I have it seems to work. It seems to suit this lake. My other lake, it seems to work. The syndicate I run, we have 40 members. It seems to work. So, but you know, each year something can change, and no sort of big plans. I'm rearing my own fish at the moment. That's been the latest thing. Hatching eggs. That's been a hobby the last couple of years, and now I've dug stock ponds, and so I suppose that's the future. Bringing my own fish through. I haven't got a double figure one yet from an egg, but they're getting there now.
Fantastic.
So I suppose putting a couple of them in my lakes will be, or a couple of those, I should say, will be,
the
cool.
next stage. That's fantastic. Stage, well, I mean, I can't praise what you've done enough, Rich. I mean, it's fantastic. It's a real credit to you and your family. Really, it's a fantastic place. So if you get the chance, check it out. What's the web address again?
Yeah, it's airfieldlakes.com.
There you go. So check it out. It's fantastic. And thanks very much for your time,
mate.
Rich. Cheers,
Good to
mate.
see you, mate. Cheers.